Hi, I'm Abby with Pro Photo Automation. Today I'm joining Mark Duhaime, president of Orbitvu USA, online at his Atlanta-based demonstration and training studio to have a brief discussion about e-commerce digital asset creation and how today's studios are looking to technology such as AI to help meet the challenges of an overwhelmed photo studio. Thanks for joining me, Mark.
Hi, Abby. Thanks for having me.
Can you share some of the challenges you are seeing from creative teams in today's e-commerce photo studios?
Today, we're talking about something that is at the very heart, really, of every e-commerce business. It's the product digital asset. I used to say product photograph, but as we'll discuss today, the definition of a product photo, it's really exploded. It's really changed. It really has become your digital handshake, more like your silent salesperson. It's the key to winning a customer online. But for the teams behind the scenes, creating these assets, it's a battle fought on multiple fronts. It's become a high-stakes content treadmill. We're really forced to juggle three very important things: speed, quality, and consistency. And the problem with the traditional studio setup in the face of these demands is that it's becoming nearly impossible to achieve all three of those things. We hear this from clients all the time. They might achieve one of the three or two of the three, but being able to achieve all three of those things, it's become virtually impossible.
In addition to these challenges, are you also seeing the pressure of creating a more variety of digital asset types?
So let's start by painting that familiar picture of a traditional e-commerce photo studio. A photographer is manually setting up a product, adjusting lights, trying to get that perfect shot. It's a slow, meticulous process. So it brings us to the classic dilemma: productivity versus quality. But here's where the pressure really mounts in today's studios. We're not just talking about, creating 5 perfectly still images anymore, product images. The demand from marketing, marketplaces, and customers has sort of created this asset arms race. So today, for a single product, you might need some still shots, some multi-angle shots. You might consider 360-degree spins, some video clips, and now 3D models and augmented reality experiences. In a traditional studio, each of these is a separate, complex project, leading to skyrocketing costs and really chaotic timelines. So your digital asset library has become a primary battleground for competitive advantage. High quality, multi-format content can make you the clear winner. Poor or inconsistent content can make you invisible.
Can you talk a little more about the costs of creating this content?
Yes, let's talk about the costs of this arms race, because most companies that we work with drastically underestimate it, or quite frankly don't have a good handle on what their imaging costs are. Many of the real costs is in the fragmented time. And the single biggest hidden cost across these asset types has to do with post-processing, for example. The hours of skilled labor required to cut out backgrounds, edit video, stitch 360s together, it becomes an economic iceberg. What you see is the initial shoot. What sinks the budget is a mountain of post-production work hidden below the surface. So the next logical step is to look at automation. But the word automation can sometimes be intimidating or scare creatives. They imagine a sterile cookie cutter process where machine takes over and all creativity is lost. This is where we need to really reframe the conversation, because today the most advanced systems are designed around a new principle. For example, AI is a creative ally, not an enemy. So let's make this concrete. Think about the most time-consuming part of a creative shoot: dialing in the perfect lighting, for example. New systems like the Orbitvu AlphaShot G2 Pro are embedding an AI lighting assistant directly into the workflow. Here's how it works. As a photographer places a product in the system, the AI will analyze the product on the turntable in real time, and it provides immediate visual feedback, giving 4 different lighting suggestions based on the actual characteristics of the product that's in the system. So it's not really telling the photographer what to do. It's acting as a sort of like a hyper-aware instant second opinion. It helps them get to their desired creative vision, maybe 80% faster. It'll help eliminate some of the guesswork and the tiny repetitive adjustments that the photographer has to deal with. The photographer still has 100% of the final creative say. They're just the artist. The AI is just a remarkably fast and accurate assistant, really helping them mix their paints. So this technology, combined with the ability to save that perfect AI-assisted lighting setup as a template, is key. It's automation that really serves creativity rather than replacing it.
What are some of the benefits of adopting this type of automation and workflows?
When you implement a system designed for this modern reality, the benefits cascade throughout the entire workflow. First off, consistency. It's really guaranteed across every asset type. The lighting in your video matches the lighting in your stills, for example, creating a seamless brand experience. Second, you could achieve quality at scale. So using AI-assisted tools to help your best talent create stunning lighting templates, and then scaling that top-tier quality across every single product. And third, radical productivity. You collapse multiple production processes into one unified workflow. The time to market for a full suite of assets shrinks from weeks to days. And because these systems, for example, automate background removal and file exporting, the post-processing iceberg starts to melt away. You can finally start calculating your true cost per asset and know it's a fraction of what it was. Your creative team is really freed from the drudgery of repetitive setup and tasks and can focus on what they do best, developing the next winning visual campaign. This isn't just about making your old process faster. It's about adopting a new integrated process that gives you a decisive competitive advantage in the asset arms race. So if you're struggling to keep up with the demand for content, really take a hard look at your process. The solution isn't to build more silos, right? It's to find a unified system that leverages technology as a true creative partner, letting you achieve the speed, the quality, and the consistency across every asset that you create.
Mark, thank you for your valuable insight.
Thanks for having me, Abby. Appreciate it.
If you are interested in learning more about how today's e-commerce studios are adapting to today's challenges, go to the Orbitvu website at orbitvu.com and schedule an online discovery call with Mark and his team at their US-based demonstration and training studio. Until next time, have a great day.